morning, folks. Here we are today with my brother-in-law, Paul. Brother-in-law, my brother. Anyway, Paul's just finished. Last fall, he just finished a run of a very off-Broadway show, right? About the Port
Yeah, it was
Chicago.
in Santa Monica.
Well, that's way off Broadway. So anyway, I just want you guys to introduce my brother, my only brother. Well, I have one other brother in law, and that's in Wisconsin, on the other side. Well, in the Middle East, actually, he's in.
But he's not in entertainment.
No, he's in cooking.
He's
in cooking. Yeah, Paul and I are both. Actually, I didn't know you, but I am a thespian also. I have a minor in drama. Paul's a thespian, and he's out of the closet on that one. So I just want to let you know. Anyway,
No,
Paul,
I actually never thought of myself as a thespian.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I thought of myself as a ne'er-do-well, but
yeah, that's good. Well, anyway, we wanted to introduce you folks to us because we're out here in Santa Monica, Paul's hometown. Hometown for a long time. He's actually from Brighton Beach, right? Coney Island, Brighton
Coney
Beach.
Island, Seagate, Brighton. My grandparents lived in.
That's okay. That's
Oh,
good.
it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're fine.
My grandparents lived in Brighton Beach, and
Mhm.
now, of course, you wouldn't recognize it because English is not even spoken. I mean, you walk down Brighton Beach Avenue.
It's kind of like L.A.
It's only like one block in LA.
Oh, okay.
There, it's the whole of Brighton Beach,
Okay.
which is.
No, I mean all of L.A. doesn't speak English. So anyway, I just wanted to know about how's your production going, or how did it go? I know it got rave reviews, and I read the L.A. Times article.
Actually, it was it was very interesting because it was a very large production in a small theater. The original script had 28 characters, and I had to cut down to 10, which is even by New York standards is a large cast.
Yeah.
But it was a big subject. It was about the worst explosion in the history of the United States, in which 328 black seamen were killed loading ammunition during World War II. And when they refused to go back to work under the same conditions, were court-martialed with the supposedly the penalty of execution by firing squad. Of course, that didn't happen. But the trial went on for 33 days, and it was watched very closely by Mrs. Roosevelt. And of course, they were found guilty. They were sentenced to 15 years in federal prison. They never served 15 years because Mrs. Roosevelt, got the Secretary of the Navy to release them after 3 years. But still, 3 years in prison was something that they never wanted to talk about. And the Navy never wanted to talk about it. It was kept secret for 50 years or more. I found it only in one small paragraph in the back of the New York Times that there had been an attempt to change their sentence on the part of the President of the United States. And the Navy Department was still adamantly against that. And I thought, hey, this sounds like an interesting story. The progress was only available because a powerful congressman owed me a favor. By freedom of information, one could get that file, but there is no timeline on freedom of information. In other words, they can say, yes, we'll give it to you, but
we're working on it.
maybe 20 years from now you'll get it.
Yeah.
But this guy had raised money for his first run for Congress, and I called him, and he got the entire file from me, which was 3,000 pages. Fascinating reading, and I made a play out of it. but a rather courageous company here in L.A. decided to do it. And, it was visited by a lot of blacks who live in L.A. who normally don't have anything to go and see, unless,
Yeah.
except for movies.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Paul. Paul has been politically active in a sense here in Santa Monica, and has done some what we would consider progressive activities. He's not a right by any means. You're not a right winger, are you? No.
What's that?
You. Are you? But he's done great work, and I'm really happy. This is a good piece of work. The Port Chicago, obviously, as you know.
Well, Santa Monica as a left of center city.
Yeah.
Seemed the right place to do. I spent 2 years in Germany in the military, and I was so impressed with the fact that every city in Germany had, as a matter of like clean air or clean water, culture. They had a symphony orchestra, chamber orchestra, theater, theaters, all paid for by taxes. So when I was part of a movement in Santa Monica that took over City Hall, I thought it was a time to create an arts commission, and a foundation with art as a civil, as a civil service, like clean air or water,
toilets.
And it became, and I thought, it was not only progressive, it was a fairly, well-to-do community. And I was with it. I was a 3-term chairman so I took it to the city council and created, an organization which still exists. It's over 20 years.
You also had a lot to do with community college, right?
I had created, well, because of that, the president of Santa Monica College had asked me to start a standalone college of art, design, and architecture, which was off the campus. We had found a 60,000-foot old furniture factory, and we had 60 students who all had studios as students, and that didn't exist in any other school in the whole country. The school is still running, although the property became, an upscale condominium.
Yeah. Of course, it's always the case, but
those are, I guess, valuable, contributions to a society. I mean, it's rare that you can that a person can affect. Could get enough, other people together to affect changes in a society.
I started a co-op in Leadville.
There you go.
But it failed.
Oh, well, I was one of my
it
ex-wife.
failed because people had too much money.
Well, too much. I always felt that money is the enemy.
Yeah.
But we started.
I did too, and I said, "Give it to me."
Yeah.
I want to get rid of your enemy. Yeah, but it didn't happen that way. Well, Paul, we're going to run out of time here because YouTube doesn't accept long-winded diatribes.
Oh, I didn't know this was for you two.
Oh, this is for you.
I thought it was just me and you.
Well, it is for me and you, but you know how it is. We're good buddies here, and we're going to have a good time. We're visiting. I already had a good time with my dad, so now with Paul, we're going to have a good time again. And we're having another day. We're going to meander on the beach maybe later, and we are at the beach, Santa Monica, isn't it?
Yeah, can't you smell it?
That's it. Yeah. My sister lost my shirt.
Oh, and we went to the thrift store, but he didn't like the shirts.
They're old men shirts, and I'm young still, right?
Yeah, young at heart is
young. At heart, yeah, that's right. So anyway, I want to say goodbye. Say bye, and we'll be visiting you again from YouTube land. From YouTube land, yeah. So it's good to see you, Paul.
Yeah, we'll do an interview in Colorado.
Yes, we'll do another one. And then Paul's going to probably, not this year, but next year, probably come up to Anchorage and do a little bit of fishing with us, and we'll hear about that. Anyway, thanks a lot. We'll take care of you, and we'll see you soon.
Who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
Gee.